It was a conversation that I had had with Megan Jackson. We had planned out the quarter where we were scheduling ongoing every other month job fairs. And this job fair in April happened to be something that was pre-scheduled. But then with the challenge of COVID-19, we had to revamp our whole thought process with the job fair that was pre-scheduled back in a quarter one. So Megan and I did some brainstorming. We had a conversation about making sure we were following all the COVID-19 protocols that were in place for each community. We wanted to make sure we had the social distancing, the proper PPE. We wanted to make sure we still needed to recruit, and we still wanted to make sure that none of the applicants were coming into the community because of our no visitation policy. So what we were able to do was have the applicants come, and the whole thought process, the idea of a drive-through, kind of like when you go get your food at McDonald's, that drive-through concept. So applicants were instructed prior to the event of what the process would look like. When they came into our main entrance, they came through the first loop and picked up their applications, went into a parking spot, and it happened to be raining that day as well. So they picked up an application, stayed in their car, filled out the application, came through again, dropped off their application. On their application was their cell phone number. We gave them a call. We were screening the applications, and we were calling the ones that we wanted to do interviews with. And it was my leadership team and I that were able to sit and interview at that time outside the community. Now, the folks that came that did not have a vehicle, they had used public transportation or Uber or were not in a vehicle, we had opened up our Brookdale Durham van, and they were very comfortable, very dry. The heat was on. It was a very cold day, so they ended up on the Brookdale bus. It took a little bit longer than our normal process had they been in the community, but it was worth it at the end because we were able to make 10 hires that day. We actually ended up, even though we got less folks coming through, we got very qualified candidates that were very serious-minded. So it was more about quality versus quantity this time around. These were folks that, just seemed to be cream of the crop. And the feedback we got from them that, considering all the rain and the wind and the long wait times, it was smoother than what they had expected it to be.